I mean, listen, the liberal mindset, and I honestly wonder if it's a mental problem, like if it's a mental illness. I'm being honest. Like, why is it reasonable to not be rational? I just don't understand. 40s, 50 something genders. Everybody can do whatever they want to do. Live.
Whoa, okay. Okay, so if everyone still has their books, don't burn them. Don't burn them just yet. Don't burn them for this next segment. Don't actually burn them ever, because no one is. The only person who's burned his book so far, I think, has been Dave Rubin. But good job, everybody. You've done well. And yeah, I know this is a great freeze frame. I'm becoming quite the little pauser. So let's check this out.
Speaking of the Democratic-run situation, last time we did this, you were here in my studio, in my home here in Los Angeles. So right now, I was just scanning Twitter before I started chatting with you, and I can see activists, Antifa and Black Lives Matter activists, talking about which neighborhoods to go to, depending on whether they have immigrants there, or it's more heavily black or more heavily white, or the rest of it. What should law enforcement be doing right now?
That's a hell of a way to start out an interview, and I'm sure he's going to get zero pushback on it. But if you just started an interview and you just said whatever inflammatory statement you wanted, like just right out of the gate, like, so nice of you to be here. I haven't had a chance to speak with you. It's going to be exciting. So I hear that 5 Antifa super soldiers are going to break into my house and violate me. What do I do? What do I do if I've heard about such a thing? And what exactly do you think that should result in?
We know as 7 o'clock rolls around and it gets darker, even if there's a curfew, we know what's going to most likely happen tonight. It's going to be the same thing that happened last night. What should they be doing? I mean, what if you're an officer, or you're the head of the LAPD? What should you be doing right now?
It's time to take a strong stance. I said this on the news earlier, or it was a couple days ago, that America is acting like a parent with a kid that's out of control, and you just let them run wild. You already talked to them. You already put them in timeout. Now it's time to get a whooping. You know, we've already told them they need to.
Oh, isn't the problem they've been getting a whooping since forever? I think that's kind of what the problem's been, is it's been nonstop whoopings. But, you know.
People have been arrested. If you keep doing this, you're going to have to be met with force. And if I was the head of LAPD or any chief in any one of these cities, you have to be met with force. You're not finna damage property. People are paying tax dollars for police to protect property and protect life.
So, again, it's property more important than people. Property is more important than lives. So, you know. First they came for the Target, and I did nothing. Then they came for the Arby's, and still I did nothing.
You come out here and you try to burn down buildings, you're going to get met with force. And all the way from minimal force, taser, pepper ball, beanbag gun, all the way to deadly force. If we do that force continuum, I guarantee you people will not be stealing from Louis Vuitton and going through the city, ravaging the city, tearing up homeless camps. It will not happen. The police department has to be strong. You keep taking a weak stance, they're going to take advantage of us.
Is part of the fear there that the police officers or the administrators, whoever, or the mayor, whoever it is, they know that if they take that strong, let's say tonight, they were like, all right, we're taking the stronger stance tonight. They know that causes a spike. That then causes the media to go more crazy. That then instigates a new wave of it. That in many ways, their acquiescence is exactly what has led.
Word of the day calendar, acquiescence. It's going to be a good show today.
To this situation that now seems like violence is the only thing that's going to end it.
Yeah, and I get that. I understand. I mean, we had to have these conversations at the University of Arizona when I was a police in Tucson, because after they win the Final Four and they want to protest and burn down the city. So I've had these conversations before, but like I said, I keep liken it to a child. If you keep just pandering and saying, oh, I don't want to spank him today, it's just going to make him more upset. You gotta be strong first and they'll react to it. There's going to be some fallout. There may be a couple people that lose their lives, but at some point we have to take a strong stance as a country, as a law enforcement agency, so we can be respected.
So throw gasoline.
People are going to hate police no matter what. And this is
Gasoline
one
on the
problem
whole
that I
situation.
have sometimes with
Things
Trump
are out of
and
control because of
sometimes I have
police
with
brutality.
The Republican
The cure
administration
is police
that
brutality.
Stop
we need more
worrying
police
about
brutality.
what people who hate you are gonna think about you. They're gonna hate you if you do nothing. They're gonna hate you if you take a strong stance. They're gonna hate you if you're right. So just do what's right and don't worry about what the naysayers say.
Did you happen to catch Van Jones's comment in the last couple of days where he said what America has to fear more is the white Hillary voting liberals? Did you catch that by chance?
Yeah, I saw a clip of that, which is one of the many things he said.
So what do you make of just the general concept there of that much of this is sort of guilty white liberals? And now I know we're not identity politics guys, so of course I'm not.
As I interview a black cop to talk about systemic racism. Oh wow, that's the best one yet.
I'm not condoning everything he's saying, and I don't think you can lump white people together the same way you can't lump black people together. But the general idea, let's remove color even, that
Sure.
it's sort of the guilty liberals.
I don't see
who
color.
in many ways feed the
Intentionally.
feed the fire that then ends up
Blind myself every
destroying
day
black
so I
communities.
never see color again.
Yeah, it's the guilty liberals that are white and black, because you have all these black leaders pushing the same agenda. You have white leaders pushing the same agenda. I mean, listen, the liberal mindset, and I honestly wonder if it's a mental problem, like if it's a mental illness. I'm being honest. Like, why is it reasonable to not be rational? I just don't understand. 40s, 50 something genders. Everybody can do whatever they want to do. Live.
Whoa. Okay. So someone doesn't agree with me. They have a mental illness. That's the first part. And then why are we going to? I mean, I thought you didn't care about identity politics. Now we're talking about genders.
Whatever life you want to live. They claim that the police are the evil ones, but then they don't want you to have a rifle or have a gun to protect yourself. I mean, they want to let criminals go and bombard the city and do whatever they want to do.
Who is he talking about? This is the weirdest. Like, these are straw people. It's not a straw man. It's a straw army.
But if you're a law-abiding citizen, you should be punished. They want you to wear a mask, but then they allow people to not social distance because it's for the right cause. These are people who are illogical amongst us. And it's destroying our country. And these same mentally adverse individuals are the ones that have socialism, communism. The countries are destroyed over. And it's not just a color, it's a mentality. Because there's black and white people that are doing the same thing. And there's black and white people who are on the side of saying, let's wake up to this, man.
That was like Tim Pool. That was like 30 seconds of just unadulterated fucking gibberish. Just all over the place. Buckshot style. Firing on all cylinders.
Stop hating each other. Let's stop the division. Let's stop lying about racism in this country. Let's stop talking about slavery and talking about Jim Crow. Let's start thinking logically and working
Let's
together
stop
as
talking about
brothers and
slavery.
sisters in this country to make it better.
It never happened.
But
Don't worry
these
about it.
liberal people, I
Stop
don't know
talking
what
about
it
it.
is, man.
Why do we talk about slavery?
I don't know if it's just that
Why do
they
we talk
want
about Jim
power
Crow?
more than they care
American
about people,
apartheid? What was
and they're
that?
willing to
What's the
say
point?
and do whatever to get to that point.
Honestly, I can tell you what I think it is, which I think most of it's just lazy thinking. They don't want to think about these issues hard, so they think if they kind of feel that something's sort of right, they think that makes it right. I've seen so many examples of this in the last couple of days.
He's actually using the high-level ideas defense. Yeah, their ideas are not high-level enough. So if the dial of ideas was turned up to 11 and everyone started thinking a little bit better, then there wouldn't be a problem. But that's it, right? That's what causes all this.
Who said he's in an LA WhatsApp group, like a community WhatsApp group, and the woman who set up the community was originally set up so that they could get guns out of their community, and now she's in there screaming in all caps, how can we get security guards with guns to be watching our streets? And it's like, well, you guys take whatever position you need to take on any given moment. So when you call it sort of like a mental condition, I mean, I always call it's like a mind virus. You can they don't have a principled stand.
A mind virus.
They just have, I kind of feel like something, and that's a scary place to be, right? I mean, you can get people to do almost anything.
Yeah, I mean, the saying goes that if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. If you are living off of emotions, your emotions change.
Oh, damn, platitudes.
And they become hypocritical.
Whoa,
And
these are the high-level ideas
in our
we need.
society that operate with facts. I don't know if it's from birth. I don't know if you're just more susceptible to think with facts and be logical. I don't know what it is, Dave. And I'm afraid that if we don't start calling this stuff out, the good people or the people who are strong-minded, we're going to be overrun by these lunatics because they are willing to go all the way out. And some of us who are rational and logical, we're not. I'm not willing to go out and protest and burn down buildings because I don't like the COVID-19 response. That's my last resort. That's after I've gone to the legislator. That's after I've complained.
I could have a really poor memory, but did a bunch of white people do that? Especially were they armed? Was there kind of like an armed, I don't know, insurrection of a government building where they were, screaming in the faces of cops while they may have had, I don't know, diseases? Did any of that happen? I can't remember. I mean, my memory's spotty.
Playing to the governor, that's after I have been peaceful for a significant amount of time. I'm not willing to go and burn down places and kill people over emotions. And these are things that I believe the strong man has to stand up for. And white people, and I don't mean to play identity politics, but we need to start keeping it 100. White people need to start being bolder and more brave and standing up against the lies against the white privilege, police brutality. All white people are bad. You're born with silver spoons. You are oppressing a black man. Listen, systematic oppression, systematic injustice is clear racism. Like, how are you saying that every judge is somehow racist against black people? That is asinine to even make a statement like that when you don't have any variables. You cannot say that this judge in this county with this prosecutor, with this juror, this jury pool convicted a white man this way and then turned around and convicted a black man this way. They're not making a one-to-one comparison. They're talking about somebody in LA, then they're talking about somebody in Georgia with total different laws, total different judges, different demographics, different backgrounds, different history, different.
Yeah, he's doing the libertarian thing where you're like, oh yeah, that's true. That's not true. Oh, that's true. No, that's not true at all. Oh wow, that's wildly false. Okay, keep going. Oh, neat. Yeah, nope. Okay, that's true. Yeah, but that's really false. Wow, way off the base there.
Mitigating and aggravating circumstances. I just don't get it, and I'm getting frustrated and upset because we need to start standing up. Just like Donald Trump, I'm sick and tired of watching the left send everybody to prison. There's indictments every time I turn around for people on the right. They're condemning them. They call them a racist on TV.
But
then you see Don Lemon calling people like myself sellouts and Negroes, and nothing happens with him. You see Hillary Clinton clearly breaking the law. She should be in prison for what she did. Nothing happens to them.
No, I can't see
all of this investigation of pizza.
It looks like a 3% red flag, but I can't. It's too blurry.
And nothing happens to them. It's because we just sit on the sidelines. We're going to have to start stepping up and fighting back.
Check out our politics playlist. And if you want to watch full interviews on a variety of topics, watch our full episode playlist all right over here. And to get notified of all future videos, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell.
Hey friend, thanks for watching. Before we bombard you with all of our shameless links, we want you to bombard us. Do you have a worker co-op business or local union you'd like us to advertise at the end of our episode for free? So, if you'd like ears on your worker co-op, go down to weareserfs.com. And while you're there, join the Discord because it's filled with righteous guys, gals, and MPals. Finally, come check us out on Twitch Live 5 days a week by going to twitch.tv/thesurftv. Yeah. To our lords, Ricky Pilgrim, I'm Raft, Tomospone, Nine Tails Cosmic Fox, Hans Josephine, and Corpse Harvester, we bow meekly for your pleasure. To our Knights of the Round Table, Josh Mickelson, Dylan Byte, Zach Christensen, Todd Buckingham, Todd Lajeunesse, Clement Chetskoff, Cooper Pilot, aka the Man with Large Balls, Political Puppy, Nick Davis, Ali May, and Alan R., we salute you. And to our many merchants and farmers, you have our undying loyalty.